Heroclix land, welcome back to Talkn Clix, where we celebrate the heroes of Heroclix. I'm your host, Wespool. With me, as always, is the missing link himself, Scott Johnson.
Good evening.
Scott, man, it feels like it's been forever since we talked.
It's been 1 week since we recorded due to a softball tournament. Actually, it's been longer than a week. And then I had internet outage on Wednesday when we normally record, so we had to scrap that one. Actually, Wednesday was a cancellation. Thursday was internet down. So here we are.
Well, I don't know if it's just been that long of a week for me or I just missed you that much, but it's good to be back.
It is good to be back.
All right, so we have a special episode tonight. Who's our special guest this evening?
Tonight we have former Shots Fired podcast host, Jamie Jordan.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
And I gotta say, man, whenever Scott and I ask anybody about their favorite podcasts, Shots Fired always comes up in the top running. Like, it was a very popular show.
Yeah, it was good times. Good times. It's been, Scott said it's been a week since y'all recorded. It's been 6 years since I've recorded. So,
welcome back.
Welcome back.
Absolutely. Good to be back.
All right, so stay with me on this. I don't know how much you guys followed current events, but I was watching some highlight reels of a boxing match recently. And I don't know the last time you guys were in a fight, a street fight or anything. I've heard of a lot of things getting knocked off people. I've never heard somebody's hair getting knocked off. This guy had toupee on, and they're during the ending rounds of the match, where they're getting kind of tired, guy gets hit with a hook, his hair just woo back like this. Yeah, it comes back forward.
Why would you even wear it in the ring?
Yeah, and then the next hit, it flies all the way off into the bleachers. Somebody takes it off the sideline, puts it in the chair next to him.
I mean, yeah, I've been in a fight here recently. My dryer keeps going out. It's out again today. I've already replaced the heating element, and then I had to go and replace the switch in it, and now it's out again. It's been 1 month and 1 week. This will be my third time taking it apart. I can do it in an hour now, back and forth, together and apart.
Nice. Well, and to add insult to injury, the guy that hit him so hard the hair came off looked a lot like Jamie, completely bald.
The top of my head is about the only place hair doesn't grow on my body.
Well, Jamie, thanks for being here tonight. So tell us a little about where you come from in the realm of Heroclix. How'd you get started?
I started playing back. Mutant Mayhem, I think, was the set that was out. So this was like around 2005, maybe. And I played off and on just weekly Heroclix games. Then when the Rock became a thing, some of us were like, maybe we should go play competitive Clix. And so we started driving to Tulsa because they were having big games there. And Tulsa's only about a 4-hour drive from Little Rock. So, we started going there, doing that. And I was hooked on the competitive scene after that. Little Rock, I ran pretty much most of the events in Central Arkansas at our local game store. I ran all of our rock events, state championships, stuff like that. I was the main judge. I did it because, I wanted my guys to have a place to play, and, so I had to keep up with all that stuff. But, eventually, like I said, COVID hit, and that kind of killed Heroclix for us. That, and I had to step back from judging late 2019, early 2020, because I was going through a divorce. So I had joint custody of my son on weekends, and that took up all my weekend time. So I really didn't have time to play Clix anymore. And then I sold all my Clix to pay my lawyer for my divorce. So, there. But that was pretty much my whole venture into Clix there. I'm never had any major. Well, I can't say I did have one major win. I did win Arkansas States in 2019, playing nothing but WWE figs. So yeah, that was fun. A lot of top finishes, top 8, top 4, top 2 a couple times in rock events, but never could just grasp that one big win.
Hey, States win's no slouch.
Hey, I know that. I was proud of that one.
At the time, it was a Silver Age type event where you had the Silver Age stuff with WWE in it. And
that's what it was. Yeah, it was a pauper is what it was. you could only do like common and uncommon figs, I think, but WWE figs were all considered common. So yeah, I ran Stone Cold Steve Austin, Eddie Guerrero, starter Triple H, and starter Shawn Michaels.
Those were the best ones, basically.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, Eddie Guerrero came in clutch. I'll never forget. It was like one of the greatest victories ever was in that tournament. I was winning against DJ Riggin, and it came down to a last action. I was already in the middle of an action with Eddie. I had like bounced off the ropes, was coming up to hit Onslaught, who was on his last click, and he missed shape change. And I rolled a 6 and a 3, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to use Eddie's ability to try to re-roll this 3 and see what happens. And I turned it into another 6, which was a crit hit, so he couldn't roll super senses, and it KO'd his Onslaught in the last action. It was probably one of my greatest, like I said, one of my greatest Heroclix wins ever.
Suck it, DJ.
Yeah, DJ.
So
yeah, good times.
Normally, I'm just chilling with some Dr. Pepper or some water, sometimes coffee. But like I said, it's been a long week. So tonight's episode is brought to you by Coors Banquets, the champagne of beers.
And it's a Heroclix podcast, so you know this guy's drinking bourbon.
And what
Coffee,
you got
Baileys, and Irish cream. Because I'm on a shots fired remembrance.
Cheers to shots fired.
Absolutely.
All right, so you don't play anymore.
No.
Because divorce /
COVID. Yeah, nobody around here. Only I think Spencer White and Justin Robinson are the only two that still play. And I think Justin just had the same issue. He just got divorced, so I think he got rid of all his cliques too. So,
but you still play. You go to SQ's house.
Yeah. I mean, I kept a few things. Like I kept almost all my Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is my favorite comic book character. Period. So, all my Ghost Riders, I kept all of them. Of course, then like 6 months later, they come out with a Ghost Rider set, and I'm like, oh god damn it. But I kept all my Ghost Riders, a few other things that were sentimental to me. A bunch of Hulks, Odins, Punishers, stuff like that. Just that I'm just like enough that I can piece together a team if I need to play a game or two here and there. Although so much has changed since I quit playing that, like, apparently you can't take push damage now, and you can't perplex up your damage value anymore, and that's bullcrap.
No, those are good things.
I don't think so.
The push damage is now. I don't like the push damage thing. I feel like if you should still be able to push, because that made incapacitate just a timing issue instead of a damage dealer.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know. That and the fact that Heroclix has power crept so hard. I mean, it's like a 50-point fig now. I still look at the figs from time to time, and now a 50-point fig does the work of what a 150-point fig would have done 6 years ago. So it's like, it's crazy. I'm like, that is only 50 points. That's insane.
Yeah, Scott and I have talked a lot about that in the past. And it's a catch-22, I feel like. Like, on the one hand, they got to keep the game fresh and new and enticing for new players. At the same point, when does the power creep taper off? Like, are we going to have 10-point figures to do what 50-point figures do now eventually? Like, at some point, it has to level off.
You already do. What are you talking about? You already do. The Phoenix Pog.
Oh.
Yep. But at some point, it's gotta they gotta put a ceiling on it somewhere.
Well, I guess it's still only 3 actions a turn, right? Or 4, I guess, if you have leadership.
There are still mechanics that make it to where you can go up higher.
Oh, geez, it's crazy.
All right, Mr. Jordan, do you have a nickname we should know about, or former military experience?
Nope. I'm Jamie the Beard Jordan. That was always my moniker. That everybody referred to me as. Most of the guys just called me Beard. That was
it's looking immaculate, by the way. The color has faded quite a bit.
Well, yeah, it's mostly white now, but I figure if you're gonna have a long beard, make it look good. I groom it myself. I just keep it nice and tight, beard oiled up, and
Before we hit record, I make a comparison of you to David Cross, the comedian. Does that bother you, or do you think?
No, not at all. Not at all. I get that. Bald guy, beard, glasses, David Cross. Yeah, I get it.
You got any side hustles for the wintertime of Santa Claus?
I do always the day before Christmas wear my Santa hat to work, so my patients usually get a kick out of that.
So I was about to ask. Last time I really actually had in-depth conversations with you, you were in medical field. You were a nurse.
Yeah, I'm a nurse. Still a nurse. Much better job now, though. I work at a cardiac clinic. Of course, I worked at a cardiac clinic previously. Went into primary care in 2019. Did that for 5 years. Got an offer to come to a different cardiac clinic and made me a stupid good offer. They were going to pay me like $3 more an hour and gave me a $10,000 sign-on bonus. So yeah, I couldn't say no. And my job is super easy. I get there at 6:30 every morning. I leave at 3:00, and I just do stress tests on patients all day. It's pretty laid back. Pretty.
Oh, so you're the one that gets them on the treadmill and with the whip.
Yep,
Keep going.
That's me. That's me. Yep, I'm pushing them. Get back up there. Stay on.
Do you ever have to put the injections in or anything?
Mm-hmm. I don't do the nuclear injections, no, but I start most of the IVs of our department. I'm the guy that puts the IV in and then I flush it. Now, if they need regular medication, if they're having a bad reaction while they're having this, yes, I'm the guy that gives them medication, regular medication through the IV. But the nuclear, the radiation stuff, that comes from one of our nuclear med techs.
For my multiple sclerosis, I have to get an infusion every 6 months. And I don't know if it's age or I've gained weight, what it is, but their ability to hit my veins have greatly decreased over the years.
Yeah. It a lot of it just depends on the person too. I mean, if they don't do it that often, I mean, it's all I do for the first 2 hours of my day, 5 days a week. So, I usually don't have a problem hitting anybody. I mean, we get like 8. Most of our patients are these little 80-year-old women too. So,
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So a lot of my questions for you are not going to work because you're not an active player per se.
That's okay.
I do want to know, when you open the booster, is there a proper way to open? Is it the top or the bottom?
I always went. It's weird. I think I started out going from the top, but somewhere along the line, I transitioned to bottom.
So passive aggressive bottom. I love it.
Yeah.
I want to apologize for my little interruption there for a second. I have some new furniture in Talkn Clix studio, and my daughter decided to jump in here and go, "Can I try it out?"
She didn't wave.
No, she's got her friend over the last 2 days, and she is like on some kind of sugar high or marijuana or something. She's all over the place. I don't think she can sit still.
High on life.
All right, so Jimmy, what's the last booster or brick that you've purchased?
Let's see. It was in 2020. I think there was a Captain America set. I think that had Black Panther. I don't know. I can't remember. Can't remember the set, honestly. I remember it had
Captain America and the Avengers.
Yes, that was the one. Yeah, because one of the chases was a Ghost Rider, and he had the fan chain, and it was I want to say it was Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. But anyway, I think I had 5 of those Chase Ghost Riders.
Nice.
Yeah. That was the last set that I bought a booster for. Now I have bought a
super good Ghost Rider.
I did get that Ghost Rider starter set that they put out here a couple year or two ago. That had
Ghost Rider on the
200 point Ghost Rider and the Ghost Rider Legacy card. Yeah, I did get that. Yeah, that's probably the last Heroclix that I purchased.
It's all right. So, what made you start a podcast, and what killed it?
Johnny Alpha made me start a podcast. No, actually, I was kind of asked back. I don't know if you remember, the Rock had its own official podcast called The Quarry.
The Quarry that Ed Shelton ran.
With Ed Shelton, right? And I was his co-host. Left, and Howard approached me with Edward and said, "Hey, we think you would be a good, match with Edward to co-host the Quarry." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So for the last little iteration of the Quarry, it was me and Edward Shelton together.
So, and before we go on, what did the Quarry cover? Because
all things rock.
Talk about it.
Yeah, it covered all things, everything rock related. So like anytime there was a rock event, we covered everything about that event. We like went over like top 8 teams, what our favorite teams were, where we thought things were going to be going forward, new set coming out. It's like, what do we think is going to make an impact coming up? That was what we covered in the quarry. So I did that with Edward, and then the quarry stopped, and he still had his starting over podcast, and I was on that a couple times with him too. But then Johnny Alpha had started up. He was a local player here. He wanted to start up a podcast, so he started up Shots Fired, and he did it, and he got me on as a co-host. And then he left the country, I think, for a little bit, and it was kind of bequeathed to me and put in my lap, and so I just kind of ran with it.
So, since your absence from the game, more or less, what made you want to come on this podcast, and what would you bring you back into the fold?
Well, Scott asked me to come on this podcast, and Scott's a good dude. Scott one time convinced me to eat a peanut butter and pineapple cheeseburger. It was good. It was actually very good. It was just a regular cheeseburger, hamburger meat, cheese, with peanut butter and a pineapple on it too. And it, so
Scott, I'm not convinced you're human. That's are you just a permanently pregnant woman? Because you come with some weird combinations.
No, it's delicious. I'm telling you.
I even made a video of it and put it on the Shots Fired Facebook page and of me eating the cheeseburger. And I'm like, it's not bad. Because you get the sweetness of the pineapple with
you're not supposed to cook the pineapple. It's supposed to be regular pineapple.
No, you take pineapple ring. Yeah, just plop it on there cold. And you get that creaminess of the peanut butter with the savory, the meat and the cheese. It was actually a really good combination.
Right, so you've got me with the burger and the pineapple. You lose me with the peanut butter. Like I love pineapple on pizza.
Cut it again without being coaxed.
All right, so the missing link brought you onto the podcast. What can we do as a community to bring you back into the Clix mafia?
I don't know. It would be tough because, now most of my free time, I've gone back to playing Magic again. And
that's it. It's over.
yeah. It's like because I started playing Magic back in 94, 95, and played up until around 2005. I started playing Heroclix. I sold all my Magic cards and bought a bunch more Heroclix. But getting back in now, it would be tough. Like I said, my weekends are really occupied with my son. I have a 9-year-old autistic son that my ex-wife and I have joint custody of. So I pretty much, from Friday to Monday, it's just mine and his time, So getting me back in, it would be tough. Like if he got old enough and he wanted to play, that would probably get me back in. Once he gets to the age that he decides, hey, I want to learn how to play this. Okay, son, I will teach you. But that would probably be the one thing that would get me in, my kid.
Excellent. Well, you never know.
Never know. And you never know. Something else may happen, may come along, that I just decide, you know what? I want to play Heroclix again.
Maybe he just starts his own podcast up again just so he can talk shit to people.
That's right. That's right. Talking shit about Clix that I don't play.
So to my knowledge, there's only been 2 live action Ghost Riders. Is that accurate?
Yes. It was Ghost Rider 1 and 2, both Nick Cage.
Yeah, and then there's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Robbie Reyes.
Yeah, Robbie Reyes and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Gabriel Luna.
All right.
You did a good job. I actually enjoyed that.
He did a way better job than Nick Cage. I'm sorry. I'm not a Nick Cage fan. He has dramatic pauses that don't belong to places.
You know what? I'm fine with that because it is signature to him. I love Christopher Walken's odd way of speaking.
His is fine. Nick Cage, his best movies were the National Treasure stuff. And you could give him The Rock, but that was a Sean Connery film. That wasn't a Nick Cage film.
Raising Arizona.
No.
That was my favorite.
I mean, that was a good story, but I wouldn't say it was because of him.
How do you feel about Spider-Man Noir?
I mean, the animated stuff out of him.
There's a new trailer out where he's going to play live action Spider-Man Noir.
Interesting.
I think it looks promising.
He did make Superman and the Flash movie, but he didn't have a speaking part. At least it looked like a digital recreation.
When he's Spider-Man, it's masked over its whole face, so it could be anybody doing the flips and everything. When he takes it off, he just Nicolas Cage, but he puts it on, and you can put anybody in there.
Look, I don't know. I mean, he might be great at it. So, but to me, I'm not a big Nicolas Cage fan.
So Jamie, what did you think of the two Ghost Riders in live action? Were you okay with Nicolas Cage or the guy that played Robbie Reyes?
I really like the Robbie Reyes one. Yes, the Ghost Rider movies with Nick Cage, they were fun for what they were, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I was entertained, but I wouldn't say it was like a Oscar-winning performance or anything. It was just. It was what it was. It was fun. It was a Ghost Rider movie. I think the second one where he got on the giant construction equipment.
Oh, God, that was hot trash. That was horrible.
I thought that was cool.
All right. So when you were on Clix, playing Clix a lot, did you have a Heroclix team?
Yeah, Team Juggernaut. Yeah, I was the captain of Team Juggernaut. Yep. Yeah, me. DJ, I mean, God, there were a lot of us.
There was a ton of y'all.
Do what? Yeah, me and DJ. Me and DJ probably did the most traveling.
Johnny was a big shit talker.
Yeah, Johnny Alpha. Richard McBain traveled quite a bit. We even drafted in some of the Tulsa guys. We had Brad Milburn. We had James Manus.
Was Spencer on there for a little while?
He was toward the end, yeah. Spencer was, he was still really, really young back then. He was only like 2021, I think. Of course, we lost Jeff Farrow.
Yes.
Yeah, he passed away 2022, I think. Yeah. And, so that was a big hit to the group. It was funny. I wouldn't say it's funny. It was a cool moment when everybody showed up to the funeral wearing their Team Juggernaut shirts, and even Jeff's sons were wearing two of Jeff's Team Juggernaut shirts at the funeral. So
nice.
A bunch of the Uncanny Clicksmen showed up. Mike Eskew, Charles Garr, Zach Coffey, a bunch of those guys were there. So that was a nice gesture there. But yeah.
It seems like the community really comes together when somebody passes away.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, someone as beloved as Jeff, because he was my main co-host for the Shots Fired podcast. And he and I had a lot of fun together.
All right, I'm going to ask you some stupid Clix questions. I'm just going to rapid fire some of these.
All right, let's go.
More aggressive or a more defensive player?
Aggressive.
One-man army, tentpole, or multi-layered complex build?
Multi-layered complex. I like a lot of guys.
Better pilot or better builder?
Probably pilot, because I was always build my teams like the night before a big event. I'm just like, I don't know when I'm gonna play. I'm just gonna throw something together and go take it. So, but I can take any team and play it.
Competitive or casual?
Casual.
Get more fun out of the casual. I mean,
nowadays, yeah,
that's where I'm at right now. I'm digging casual right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For our listeners, Scott is sporting a new bluish green haircut.
It's not green. It's totally blue.
Okay. On my screen, it looks kind of bluish green, but yes, very blue. Jamie, are you jealous?
Blue. What's that?
Is Jamie jealous of your hair?
As much as I am of his beard.
There you go.
Scott, I should shave my beard off, and we should have a beard growing contest.
I won't grow past 3 days because I start getting these very bad irritation bumps, and it annoys the hell out of me where I can't stand it.
Well, your hair looks great, Scott.
Thanks. I did it last Sunday, and it was like a very light blue, and I'm like, nope, I got some darker stuff in there, so I redid it yesterday. Because I don't like pastel colors. To me, that's just it's like not even it's a wannabe color. It doesn't even try.
So, Jamie, how much do you follow current Clix, like the sets coming out and who's playing what?
Uh, Not much. I mean, I'll look at new figs. I mean, I'm still follow most of the Heroclix podcast pages and everything, and still a member of all that. So I see like when people like, oh, this figs were spoiled. So I still look at the dials and it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. It's like, geez, that's way overpowered, I think, for 50 points. But hey.
Hey, that 70-point Ghost Rider that says you can still use all your shit. He's really, really good.
Yeah.
So have you seen the iconic stuff we got coming out with Thundercats and Power Rangers? And
I actually considered picking up the Thundercats iconic stuff just because that looked really cool.
It does. Mine should be coming in the mail, I think, Tuesday.
I need to order it. I haven't ordered it yet. Who is your Thundercat?
Mumra.
Mumra. That's John Ray.
As far as like, no, the Thundercats themselves, Panthro.
Panthro was my favorite as well.
Yeah.
100%.
You're Panthro fan as well?
Yeah. I'm all about the Thunder Tank, man. That was my favorite toy growing up. And I had a thing for nunchucks. Michelangelo, Panthro.
Michelangelo is the worst of the Ninja Turtles.
I don't care. I love nunchucks.
He may be the heart of the Ninja Turtles, but he is the least. To me, he's the least.
He's the least skilled.
He was the last Ronin, though.
Yeah, that's fine. But I don't know. I'm not a Michelangelo fan. His art, yes. His Ninja Turtle, no.
I was always a Donatello guy.
I'm a Raph.
You strike me as Raphael.
I am a Raphael.
I married April O'Neil. She hates that because her name's April, and she's like, I got that so much growing up. I'm so sick of it.
All right. Do you miss Harambe, the gorilla?
Yes. Clicks out for Harambe, man.
That's right. I know you were around at the time, so I had to bring it up.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I think the main thing I miss, honestly, about Heroclix is the camaraderie. That was always my favorite.
I mean, just for the people showing up at Pharaoh's funeral, if he didn't play Clix, that would have been 30 people that didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
Just to show you the impact that a game has in someone's life.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I love this community. I mean, as much as I love the game and the plastic crack, it is the people that I enjoy the most.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I've got friends all over the world to this day because of Heroclix. And, we'll maintain those friendships. I mean, I still occasionally chat. I mean, I think I got one of Aries Edge's videos not too long ago and posted something while he was live broadcasting. So, yeah.
Speaking of which, have you talked to Mork lately? Seen how his international league is getting off the ground?
Who?
Mork Bird.
I don't know if I know him.
He's out of Australia. He's one of their main guys. And he's trying to start an international league of places playing where he's helping get them product and pricing support. And I know a week ago, in between our last two podcasts that we've had a lot of downtime. So he mentioned something. And then Kenny Minks is starting to make some digital printing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Mork is kicking off 13 Gaming. I'll just read off his little blurb here. We're about to get started with the 2026 International Heroclix League. 18 venues across the world will be taking part in an international ladder across Modern and Silver Age throughout the year from February to December 2026. There will be venue championships in both 300 point and 400 point varieties at the end of the year, and an international Heroclix League Nationals for each country also in November. Then he lists the venues. So
he's got them in Europe,
Australia, Argentina, Brazil, Canada, Chile, France, Guatemala, and Mexico, and Peru, and Philippines, and Spain.
So he's got a nice little swath.
Yeah.
I need somebody out of Africa. I want to talk to an Africa play group.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. I mean, because we've done the UK, we've done Australia, we've done Japan, we've done Canada. Next week we have Mexico. I believe it's Mexico. I think that's where Saul's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to get multiple continents involved in the show.
You know, I gotta shout out everybody that's in those countries and work. We're spoiled in America. It's easy for us to be Heroclix fans because we all have a venue or internet access to Heroclix at the click of a button. We can get new sets, old sets, whatever, super easy. Everybody outside of the U.S., Canada included, have a harder time. And the further away you get from the U.S., the harder it gets. So for you to be a dedicated player in those countries where it is not easy to get stuff, that really shows your dedication to the craft.
Yeah.
I second that, Wes. I second that.
All right. And then you brought up...
Manny Kinks or
Manny
Kenny
Kinks.
Meeks' little animal man thing he's trying to do to help you track your stat bonus and your power of selection.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw him posted something about that the other day. Yeah.
All right, so check the links below because there will be a link to his Like a Minx company on his Etsy page. And I will post a couple of pictures of the different styles he has, but it's just a Clix tray that helps you keep track of what powers animal is using and what clicks he's on.
Look, I think you can do it more than just Animal Man. If you're playing the Silver Age or Golden Age Super Scroll,
Mm-hmm.
I still hated that piece. Oh, I still hate that piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me, Zombie Super Scroll. Let me get the full name.
For sure, yeah. And didn't Goblin King do something similar?
Goblin King had a pick a power as well. So
Yeah.
I believe that this tray is going to help you with your pick a power type stuff.
Yeah.
What's the name? Saki.
Saki, it'll work for Saki too, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
But hey, I
guys
love
are,
seeing all the creators making stuff. Like I got this lovely Magneto box here. Got that at Red, White, and Clix, second place finish,
Nice.
and that came from JJ Hoffner.
yep, the 3D printers are in full swing with all kinds of cool ideas. I really like Manny Kink's little tray, I guess it's called, because there's a lot to keep track of, and having something visual to help you keep track of it is really nice. JJ Hoffner has all kinds of cool stuff coming out, and it's all super cheap. So yeah, if you have any questions about people to reach out to, or you don't know who's making what, reach out to us or go to the Makers Market on Facebook, and it's a whole page dedicated to people creating stuff for Heroclix.
Awesome. Oh, and who was our winner for the Patreon?
It was Mark Bird, but he already had the prize I was giving out, so he generously gave it to Michael Straight.
This is what Michael Straight is supposed to be getting. This is the box that he's getting. I wonder what could be in this box.
Could be a treasure.
It's a treasure box. I hope you enjoy it, Mr. Straight. I can't wait to see you post a video on it.
So Patreon account, if you like what you see and hear on this show and you want to support what we're doing of highlighting the players in the community, not just the figures and the dials, but really getting to know the heroes behind the Heroclix, you want to support us, patreon.com/Talkn. $5 and above gets your name put in a drawing each month for whatever goodies we have, chases, LEs, whatever I can scrounge up for as a prize. $5 and above, and it goes by $5 increments. In the pricing, it gets better and better. I have a nice collection of LEs I just picked up, so I think I might, with this next drawing in January, March, I will give you guys an option. So we'll draw a name and show you what I have available, and you get to pick which LE you want.
Love it. I love it.
Oh, it's got
All right,
Scott.
Jamie. This is one of our old questionnaire questions.
Okay.
I'm going to go have a date with Blanche from the Golden Girls, and you're my wingman. So which one are you taking with you?
Which Golden Girl am I taking? Dorothy,
Yeah.
usually. Yeah,
Love
Dorothy. Oh, I'm a Dorothy guy all day long.
And once you get in Blanche, she's spoken for.
So, what is your music genre?
Music genre. I listen to a little bit of everything, mostly metal. Specific. I like a lot of power metal, a lot of folk metal, but just any kind of metal.
You look like you're into the ballads, the little love song ballads.
Yep, you got me.
What's your go-to group? Metallica?
I mean, yeah, I like Metallica pretty well. Megadeth, though, more than Metallica. I was always more of a Megadeth fan. But let's see, Halloween, Gamma Ray. I like a lot of the foreign, like German, Finnish. Korpiklani is a good folk metal band that I like. So, yeah.
Do you have any tattoos, and can you show them to us?
I have no tattoos.
How old is Jamie?
Huh? How old is Jamie? Jamie.
Wait, don't say. We're gonna guess your age.
Okay.
All right. One question. How old's your son? 9?
He will be 10 next month.
43.
46.
Nope.
All right. What is it?
Both too low.
You're 50?
Not quite.
48.
You got it. I'll be 49 this year.
The amount of silver in your salt and pepper was throwing me off, but I've been going great since I was 17, so I can't talk.
I started losing my hair when I was 17, so I know where you're coming from.
My hair's blue. I don't know what.
I get accused of being my son's grandpa sometimes, so
that's gotta suck.
Yeah. I was walking up, one of my neighbors like, "Oh, you got your grandson with you?" I'm like, "Oh, no, that's my son."
That's actually my son. You're in there at IHOP getting your AARP senior discount.
I've actually started getting like emails from AARP now. I'm like, oh,
really? Yeah.
Back when my daughter was in elementary school and she still liked me, I would go to her school parties and stuff. And because I walk with a cane, she would get, "Oh, is that your grandpa?"
Mm-hmm.
Scott, what color is your hair naturally?
Yes. There's a lot of gray and red in here, but I guess the rest of it's like a light brown or dirty blonde. I don't know if I let it grow.
When's the last time you went all natural?
Before I started the job that I have now, it was all one color, shorter. And because my boss had in the application, because he knew that I was eventually going to work for him one day, and then we fell apart after that. In his application, he said that I could not have any colored hair. So when I worked there, I had no colored hair.
What's the shortest haircut you've had?
Your haircut.
I can't picture it.
As soon as I cut it like that, I'm like regretting it. And as soon as it starts growing, I start cutting the same way that I have it now.
Nice.
I've never gone as short as Mr. Jordan here.
Yeah, I shave mine every 2 weeks. So,
I was going to shave mine yesterday. My wife was like, "Hey, let's shave your hair again." I like shaving it once a week, but I'll go a month or so before I have to shave it again, before it starts really bothering me. But I like having it cut. I would really, really like to start using a straight edge on it, but that's a little time consuming, and I don't know if I'm that trusting of myself or my wife yet.
All right, Scott.
Mainly myself.
Between Jamie and Scott Crampton, who's the better looking Chrome Dome?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with Jamie, obviously.
Yeah. Obviously.
because I'm taller.
Yes, it's got to be a height advantage.
Yeah.
I don't want to date a man shorter than me.
All right. So when you did play competitively, what was your play style like?
I like more aggressive teams. I wanted to get across the board and get to you as quick as I could and just start bashing on each other. I don't want to play this game of cat and mouse and run and hide and do 500 things to.
We've had shorter maps since your retirement.
I was going to say.
Yeah, I know that you played at Mike Eskew's house party for Jeff Farrow. Do y'all play on the short maps there?
Yeah.
So you played a couple of games on the short maps.
Oh, yeah, I knew that the maps got shorter. Yeah. So I mean, and I'm a huge fan of that. I love that. I mean, because I always like those. Back then I just always called them battle royale maps because they were that size and everything. But I love the smaller maps. That's great. That's wonderful. Although I noticed that the range is getting shorter on the.
They need to.
Yes.
Well, yeah. With the smaller maps, you need to have a shorter range. And it also gives the melee figures a chance to close and.
Oh, the game's totally melee right now. There's a few scenarios of where it's range, but it's mainly melee right now.
Now, Scott's biggest gripe about the ranges is how does a man with a bow and arrow shoot further than a guy with a gun?
Good point.
Physics says it works.
Yeah.
Just not my physics.
Heroclix physics.
Yes.
You got to take the suspended belief when you're playing Heroclix sometimes.
Suspension of belief in physics like that. I'm like, yep. Mm-hmm.
It's fun, so it works.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is some of the new rules that you don't like since you've left?
I mean, like I said, I think I already said something. The push damage thing is, I can see why. That's fine. I'm just saying there were some figures that were better on Click 2, and I wanted to push them to get them to Click 2. So that was one thing. And then not being able to perplex damage anymore because, that whole thing. Back in the day, there was a fig called Con Artist, and way back pre-card.
The hooker bomb.
Yes, exactly. And the rookie Con Artist was only like 11 points. Had perplex on Click 2. So you run like 4 or 5 rookie Con Artists on a team, and you just push them all to get them to Click 2. Or back then you could pulse wave your own team, and you could pulse wave your own Con Artist and have them all take a click of damage, and then just perplex up damage and go to town. So yeah, I think the perplexing damage is the one thing that I want to perplex my damage up. I want to be able to smack you for 9 clicks and 1 hit.
Perplexing your own damage up is one thing, but if you're using perplex to take people's damages out, it's like, go ahead, hit me with that 0 damage, have fun. And that I think that's what pushed perplex down to be like, no, you can't do it.
And I can see that. I can see that too. But yeah, I always wanted to
be able to TK your opponent. Didn't that used to be a thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But why TK your opponent if you could just hit them?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because their strategy evolved. Maybe TK them into a lava pit, or TK them into Captain America's arena.
The lava pits, the TK and the opponent was never that big a deal. Now, if you could use TK for what it was used for, and be like throw them into a wall or throw them into the ground and deal them damage with it, that would be awesome. But TK never worked that way when you were actually
but picture arena cap and be able to TK somebody into the arena so that he gets his free flurry.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That would be nice, but it's not a thing anymore.
Make it a thing.
TK used to be a range of 8.
Yeah. Yep. TK used to be a range of 10.
Yes. X-Man had a range of 12 on his TK.
Oh yes, he did. Yeah.
But he was like 200 points of way over top.
Yeah, he was not that great. Yeah, I still loved him just because I liked the character, but he was not a great figure.
All right, so if they said, Jamie Jordan, we want you to come out of retirement, you're going to get to create a figure or a set, what would your set be based around?
Midnight Suns. Yeah, Midnight Suns. Because I always liked all the darker figures, Ghost Rider, Blade, Punisher. Yeah, just all those, Werewolf by Night. I just always liked Midnight Suns. I thought they were cool.
So how far back do you go with Scott?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I mean, I've always been. We're state neighbors. So Scott lives in Texas. I live in Arkansas. So we would see each other at a lot of the same tournaments, especially if it was one in Texas. I think I really got to know Scott. I think it was that cash tournament. I think that was around the time the whole Fuck Matt Donham thing got fired up that
Yes.
I started. I think that was when I really started getting to know you better. Was around that cash tournament we played in Fort Worth. That I came in second place. That was me, Mike Eskew, and Charlie Garsh came in second place in that one with our teams. But yeah, that was a fun tournament. I enjoyed that one.
All right, so let's talk about that for a second. You are the creator of Fuck Matt Donham?
Yeah, I started that. I started the whole Fuck
He
Matt
started
Donham.
that in rebuttal to Matt Donham calling him the Juggernaut Sacks.
So yeah, he called our team the Juggernaut Sacks. And I'm like, man, fuck Matt Donham.
And
Nobody care about Matt
I
Donham.
was a very, very vocal proponent on Fuck Matt Donham. I thought it was awesome.
And it just stuck.
Matt
And then
didn't
every
know
time
he
I see that
existed.
dude, man, fuck Matt Donham. And I said it a lot on the podcast. And
it came up on every show.
Awkward silence, man, fuck Matt Donham.
Every show it came on.
Yep.
Yeah. So Matt Donald didn't know about Shots Fired podcast, and I'm playing. We're waiting on Louisiana States to fire off whenever they did their 4:00 afternoon start.
Oh yeah.
I met him in Mississippi, and the next day we had Mississippi States, and the next day we had Louisiana States, and we're just sitting there fucking around. We played a Dreadpool versus Dreadpool game just to show who had the better build, and he starts talking to somebody else, and I come up behind him after listening to a show, and I'm like, "Fuck Matt Donald, fuck Matt Donald." He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So I turned him onto the podcast, and he's like, "Yep, this is cool."
Oh yeah, yeah. He rolled with it, so
All right, Jamie. So you and your prime versus Scott. Who comes out on top?
Me and my prime versus Scott.
Are we talking about wrestling?
No,
or
Heroclix. Heroclix.
Ooh, I don't know. I think it'd be a good match.
It would be a very good match. I don't think I've ever played Jamie.
I don't think I have either. Yeah, I don't think we've ever played. Yeah.
I'm gonna say I would come out on top because I got more trophies on the wall. I got back-to-back Louisiana State championships. He's only got one state championship.
I was mostly judging, so
I got a WKO. I got a top 32 finish at the Rock Cup. I got a second place at Red, White, and Clix. I got a second place at Texas States.
Awesome.
I got a top 32 finish at Majestics in where do they have that at? LA.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm just gonna say I have a little bit more higher pelts on the wall than he does. It's gonna be me.
All right, so you're in Arkansas. Have you always been there?
Yes, I've always lived in Arkansas. No, our Kansas buddies would always say that to our friends that lived in Kansas. They're like, sorry, I don't live in Kansas. So you live in Arkansas. I'm like, that's fine. You can say it how you want to say it, and I'll just say it the right way.
All right, so you grew up there.
Yeah.
What got you into nursing?
I always knew I wanted to be in healthcare. I mean, I actually started when I started college. I was going pre-med, and then realized very quickly that I did not want to go to school for another 8 to 10 years, and to be a doctor. And so then I was thinking maybe do like paramedic, EMT type stuff. And it was actually my mom that suggested. She's like, "Why don't you go to nursing school? You'll be a good nurse." And I'm like, "You know what? That's not a bad idea." And that's what I did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's done it for a few nights now.
Yeah, almost 27 years I've been a nurse. Yeah.
So do you have kind of tenure over some of the newer nurses? Then you get your pick of
No,
shifts?
I've only been at this clinic for about 2 years, so I'm actually the low man on the totem pole in my department. But there's only 5 of us. There's 2 nurses and 3 nuke med techs. So
Do you change departments a lot? Like, is that normal?
No, I work in nuclear medicine at the cardiac clinic that I work at. So just doing stress tests, all that. That's all I do. And occasionally I might have to, if there's some kind of crazy shortage, like what was it a couple weeks ago when we had the ice storm that swept through and we were out of, we had to close the clinic for the first 2 days of the week. But I think that Wednesday I made it in at noon, and they wanted to pull me to another area, but Beth was like, I can't let him go. None of my other people showed up. It's just me and him. So, you know.
What was it like working in nursing during the shutdown?
Honestly, for me, I was working at the time, I was working at a primary care clinic. And for me, it was business as usual because, you know, people still get sick. We still got to see them. So the guy, me and the provider I worked for, he was a nurse practitioner. We were actually the only ones in our office still seeing patients because one of the doctors was a female that had just had a baby. So she was staying home with her baby and just doing video visits. And the other doctor was almost 70 and had heart problems and everything else. So he was staying home just doing video visits. So me and Fred were the only ones seeing patients. We're like, yeah, just send them in. So mask up. And
you're actually working with Mumra now.
Now I am. Yeah, he's John is he's an echo tech, a sonographer, so he does cardiac ultrasounds, and he's working in the same clinic that I'm at now. He had been trying to get over there for years, and you know, since like June, July of last year, he and I actually worked together, and so it's nice having my buddy there at work with me. You know,
right? That's got to be cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite episode or guest on Shots Fired?
I think my favorite episode. Well, I got a story here real quick. There actually is a lost episode of Shots Fired that never aired.
We haven't had that, have we, Wes?
No.
But that one was pretty funny. But no, my favorite episode that aired was probably the Heroclix Asshole Hall of Fame episode. It was me, Jeff Farrow, Johnny Alpha, Aries Edge, and I think the Pacific Northwest guys, the Eagles of the Pacific Northwest. And I can't remember all their names.
Brian.
Yes. They it was chaos because there were like 8 or 9 people on this one podcast, and I realized never again would I ever do that. And it ended up being like 3 hours long, and I got called out because one of the Eagles said something about Dan Powell's wife, and Dan Powell brought that back on me. And granted, it was my show. I took responsibility. I was like, yep, it got out of hand, and but the episode that didn't air was an episode with Manny Kinks and Jeff Farrow and myself. I overdid it with the bourbon early on in the episode and passed smooth out in the middle of the episode. It recorded all of it, and they were, you can actually hear me snoring in the background. and they were even talking. They're like, is he asleep? And they're like, I think we lost Jamie. They kept doing the episode. And I remember right at the end, they're talking and they're like, all right, well, we're going to end it here and da-da-da-da. And I remember I just kind of at that point, I just kind of woke up and clicked end on the thing and stopped it. And yeah, that episode never aired because at one point they were saying something and you just hear me in the back going, man, fuck you guys. And yeah, I was, but that was early 2000. And like I said, I was having some issues, like I said, going through the divorce and everything. So I was hitting the bottle pretty hard during that time, and realized that was an issue. So I cut that way back. But yeah. So needless to say, we had to re-record that episode to air it.
So I want to go back to one of your Shots Fired episodes. One of my favorite segments was, I think y'all were doing, like, you had a bunch of guys over at your house. Y'all were doing what Mike was doing of having like a party game at the house.
Yeah.
Which eventually evolved into the Jeff Farrow Memorial stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all were staying at the house and somebody was talking about how well your wife could fold a fitted sheet, that she was a witch.
No, Mike Eskew can. It was Mike Eskew that could fold a fitted sheet. That he's.
I thought y'all were talking about your wife.
No. My wife was saying it about Mike Eskew is what that was. No, because
he's into witchcraft.
We had put out air mattresses for Mike and some other guys and everything, and we had a fitted sheet over it. And she's like, "How did you fold this fitted sheet so perfectly?" He goes, "Oh, you just do it." Like she goes, "No, that's witchery. You're a witch." Yeah.
So yeah, that was one of my favorite things off of listening to those episodes. Plus, I got interviewed on your show, and that dabbled my toes into podcasting. I'm like, I loved it. I love doing the show. So, and then Wes was like, "Hey, I need a co-host." I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll toss my hat in the ring."
Yeah,
I'm done with that beverage.
So, do you have any catchphrases or quote sign-offs or whatever?
Yeah, whenever we would always end, we would always. It was the shots fired part of it. We would give a big, say "fuck you" to something at the end of the episode, and that would be like, "All right, do you have you want to say "fuck you" to someone or somebody or something?" You say, and I think one of my favorites, and still to this day, my favorites was "fuck getting soap in your pee hole." That sucks.
Like catching your stuff in a zipper sucks because then you got to go back over it to get out.
Yeah. My kid. He said, "Nope, I'm out."
Nope, I'm out.
I'm surprised it wasn't fuck Matt Donham.
That was on every show.
That was probably my biggest catchphrase was "fuck Matt Donham." I've said that a lot.
Awesome. What else you got, Scott?
Nothing. I'm ready for the questionnaire.
All right.
Ready?
Give me 1 second, because we have not recorded in a minute. I forgot my sheet. So 1 second.
Here, you want this one, Wes? So you haven't really listened to the show or watched the show, so you don't know what the questionnaire is.
Nope.
Good. You don't need to know.
All right. So we've done the interview portion, and now we have a special segment we call the Clix questionnaire. And what it is the lab mice over at Talkn Clix laboratories wanted to really get to know the Heroclix players. Not just the surface level questions that we ask on the show, not just what they know about you from years of playing with you, but they really want to get to know your soul, get to know what really makes you click. So they've designed this ironclad, foolproof questionnaire set of questions that will really get past all your firewalls, get past all your defenses, get past your super senses, and really get the heart of you, the player. Are you brave enough to answer these questions?
Yes.
What is the first day of the week?
Sunday.
Would you rather have banks, cats, or AI as the overlords of the New World Order?
Ooh. Oh man, that's hard. Banks.
What is the best bourbon?
Eagle Rare.
What is a petty hill you're willing to die on?
A petty hill I'm willing to die on?
Yeah.
The Big Lebowski is overrated.
All right. When you were playing in competitive tournaments, when you got home, how long did it take you to unpack and put everything away?
Like 2 minutes.
Like, did you do it immediately, or did you wait?
I took my box and set it on my table in my room and walked off.
All right.
Yeah, but how long did it take to unpack that box?
Oh God, like at least a week because I'd need it for the next week's Heroclix game. So,
all right, if you could go back in time and strangle the internet in its infancy, would you do so?
Strangle the internet?
Yes.
No, internet is too useful. I pay my bills on the internet.
All right, so this should be really interesting, considering your seniority. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of Heroclix opponents?
Ooh, Mount Rushmore of Heroclix opponents. Let's see. Mike Eskew is up there. We get 4. Brad Milburn. PJ Riggin. And dang, who was was somebody. I'm trying to remember. I was like playing. Oh, Howard Brock. Love playing against Howard.
All right. What is your favorite breakfast cereal?
Peanut butter Cap'n Crunch.
Oh, nice.
Tears up the roof of your
Yeah, does
mouth.
it tear up your
Oh,
mouth?
absolutely. But it's wonderful. That or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. One of the two.
Blah, the worst one.
All right, so this is for both of you. This is a little off the questionnaire, but my wife was eating cereal the other day, and she was just letting it sit next to her on the couch. I'm like,
Oh, hell no.
I'm like, dude, you're gonna let your cereal get all soggy? She's like, I like it soggy. I'm like, ugh. Do you guys like
Hell
your
no.
cereal
I want
fresh and
good
crunchy, or do you like it
mixture.
soggy?
I like a mixture. I don't want it just fresh, just hard crunchy, but I want it to get a little bit of milk on it, but just not total soggy. No,
No, I want that crunch. I'll eat it dry.
no, I don't like dry cereal.
I'm with Scott on this one. We don't agree a lot on this show, but I do agree. I like a crunchy cereal over a soggy, mushy.
Like, if I want
Oatmeal.
soggy, I'm going to have an oatmeal or malto-meal.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. You can go and have dinner with anyone throughout history. Who are you eating with, and what are you eating?
One person.
One person throughout history. Chris Hemsworth, because that is a beautiful human being. And where am I eating?
You're sitting in his lap, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know. There's actually a really good restaurant here in Little Rock that my girlfriend introduced me to called Chowbachi. So I'd probably go there. I really like that place. Yeah.
All right, so since like Chris Hemsworth, was it a missed opportunity to not cast him as He-Man in the new Masters of the Universe?
Yeah, I think so. I think he would have been a good He-Man.
Nah, I'm cool with him not being He-Man.
I mean, I'm fine with. I kind of like the guy they got. So
I only say that because the guy that got looks exactly like him, just not quite as big.
yeah,
But,
yeah, he doesn't look very big, but you know, he makes a good Prince Adam. That's for sure.
Well, I was watching a video and they were talking about how they wanted a good actor to play Adam, who could maybe also play He-Man. Their sights were on Adam. They wanted a good Adam. So I feel like He-Man's going to be like the final battle in the last quarter of the movie, but most of the movie is going to be Adam probably.
Yeah.
All right. So if you were a crayon, what color would you be?
Black.
All right. Do you sing in the car or the shower or both?
Oh, both. I sing everywhere. I'm constantly singing. I'll sing at my desk at work. You know, till they tell me
Got back. I just hear you singing "Baby Got Back."
I like big butts and I cannot.
All right. What is the last book you've read? And yes, comic books and audiobooks do count.
I'm trying to think. I think it was Dr. Sleep by Stephen King.
Dr. Sleep.
It's the sequel to The Shining.
Okay.
Okay. Which tastes better, round pizza or square pizza?
Square pizza.
Correct.
Ooh, I gotta
right.
find an animal.
Yep. All right. You get do that. Who is your Disney princess?
Thor.
Thor?
No, as far as like real actual Disney princesses go, Mulan. Yeah.
Nobody ever says like the classics like Cinderella, Snow White. They always go for the newer, less classic heroines. How many tries did it take before you got your driver's license?
First try.
First
How
try.
old were you?
14, 15. Yeah.
All right. This is going to be a difficult question for you. We don't have the can you beat up an alligator, blah, blah, blah. This is, I spin a wheel and I get random animals. And can you defeat, with no weapons, a bandicoot? And since a bandicoot is kind of a rodent type animal, we're going to say 5 bandicoots at one time.
I don't know. Maybe in my younger days, but now I wake up injured most days. So I might have to give this one to the Bandicoots.
You know, I'm a
They
sucker
don't
for
look like the big giant orange thing that you've seen on PlayStation.
yeah.
Crash Bandicoot, yeah.
You know, I've
These look more like squirrels.
Is that?
So they look more like a squirrel.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for stand-up comedy, and I for years have seen stand-up comedians talking about how when they hit 40, their bodies just fall apart, and they make a bunch of jokes about that. And you know, I'm 45, going on 46, and I'm talking to my wife the other day. I'm like, man, this hurts, and this is creaking, and she's like, yeah, you're over 40, honey. Shit's going to happen. Like, I thought that was a joke. I didn't realize that your body had a clock, and you hit 40. And it just starts falling apart.
That's real. That's real. You know, wake up every morning and be like, "Oh, my hip hurts, and I don't know why."
I stretched wrong, and now I'm sore for 3 days.
Yeah. I can sneeze and throw my back out. I mean, it's.
Yep. I get these things called ocular migraines, and for those that don't know what an ocular migraine is, apparently both of y'all do.
Oh yeah.
If you're just looking. And one eye just turns into a kaleidoscope. Like all the colors just start looking like, what the hell is going on? It's blurry. Everything just starts kaleidoscoping in one eye.
Yep. And it's
don't panic. Just go sit in the dark room with your eyes closed for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a bitch for sure.
Weird.
All right, Jamie Jordan, you have survived the Clix questionnaire. You have endured the hot seat. You've passed the stress test of the intense Clix questionnaire questions. How does it feel?
Feels good. All
right. Yeah. So your reward is you get to now ask us a question.
Ooh. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Oh, you're gonna go back for this, huh? I'm not going to answer this question because I don't remember the proper line.
Is it African or European swallow?
Yes, it goes all into it.
Well, I don't know that. No. What?
11 meters.
What has kept you in Clix this long, Scott?
You. The guy over here that's co-hosting or hosting the show, and I'm co-hosting. Just the people, man. It's the people.
Yeah.
I love the plastic crack. I hate the chance cubes because I still don't get very good chance cube rolls.
No.
But this has got to be the people.
Yeah, same. I've recently in the past 2 years, picked up, for the first time in my life, started playing Dungeons and Dragons. And yeah, the dice hate me all the time. But that's part of it. I just say, well, that's just a story the dice wanted to tell today.
So I have two reasons. I'll give the secondary one first because it's more of a joke, but it's kind of true, is the sheer amount of energy, time, and effort I put into this game. If I walked away at any point now, it would just feel like a complete waste. And my wife might kill me for the amount of money I spent on it.
Yeah.
But the main reason is I'm an Army vet, and I have been searching ever since I got out of the Army for that sense of camaraderie, that sense of family outside of your blood, that really felt unifying and just filled that hole in you, And I feel like I found that in Heroclix. The Clix community is very, very Army-like as far as the steadfastness and dedication to each other, as well as the game itself.
Yeah,
and that's huge for me.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, same. I mean, it's the camaraderie. It's the people. That's what kept me coming back. That's what's got me here tonight with you guys.
Well, I thank you very much for being on the show.
Absolutely.
And go down memory lane a little bit with shots fired.
So let me ask you guys this about the community. My wife and I talked about this recently because she helps me out with the Red, White, and Clix event, which, if you don't know, is an event I put on 2 years ago in November. It's a charity event for veterans. I put it on here in Indiana, and we had 60 plus people the first year.
right at 70 the first year, and then 80 plus this year.
Yeah.
Last year.
Awesome.
Yeah, she helps me put that together. And the first year, she was blown away by the community and how much she loved everybody and how wonderful everybody was.
Mhm.
And as time has gone on, and I've gotten more and more into the weeds, I guess, of really getting to know people and broadening my network, I guess. We're seeing sides of people that we didn't see before. Has your experience with the community changed as time went on to maybe this person isn't as whatever as I thought he was, or this person's actually a better person than I thought he was?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be people like that, that it's like for something about this one guy, I'm like, I don't know if I really care for that guy. And then you actually sit down and talk to him or sit across from them and play them. And you're like, he's a really good guy,
Well, you, Scott,
So,
you've
yeah.
been on for a long time.
I mean, I'm not here to judge people on my perception of them because I don't know what's in their head and I don't know what's in their heart.
Yeah.
And now I can have a conversation with them, but that could be the persona that they want me to see today. That doesn't mean who they are outside of what they're showing me. So I'm taking people at their face value and the reception or the way that I feel about them then. I don't really have any negative thoughts or ill will towards anybody in the game. And if I met you on a bad day, does it make you a bad person? Not necessarily.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think I've seen more pettiness than I realized in some people.
I feel like that's the internet being the internet. You got to get out of that.
Well,
shit.
no, I'm talking about in person, like at Red, White, and Clix. But I've also met some people that blow me away by their strength of character and their steadfastness. And maybe they were a little shy at first. And as I got to know them, like Antonio Clark is one that my first impression of him, based on what I knew of him, and he was this amazing artist, and everybody loved him. But I've gotten to know him on a personal level, and it has really changed my perspective. And I absolutely love that guy. He's one of my favorite people in the world. But my perception of him from just an artist who is just an amazing Clix player to being an actual person, because at the end of the day, we're all people, has changed dramatically. But it's just something that we were talking about because she's like, man, some of these Heroclix players are like little girls sometimes with all the cattiness and stuff. But that's just people being people. But
I mean, we're all people. We're all messed up.
Yep.
All
right. So, Jamie Jordan, thank you so much for being here. It's been a delight getting to know you. And thank you for answering our Clix questionnaire. And you can finally swipe that sweat off your brow.
You need to get those locks out of your way.
Yeah, I know. It's
You
just,
flip that hair a little bit. There you go.
Well, I will say that we would love to have you back in the fold. If at any point you get tired of playing that stupid card game and want to play with actual figures, with actual dials, an actual strategy, Heroclix will love to have you back.
and my dice will still hate me.
So do mine. Hey, have you seen these things that people are carrying around now?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's like the little
The trouble game, pop dice.
Yeah.
They make you roll them 3 times to get one complete accurate roll. That way they can't say that the dice didn't bounce. So if you go to an event and there's somebody popping these, it's super annoying.
yeah, that would be very annoying.
Right, so
Just to get the same shitty results.
Mm-hmm.
one last question for both of you. There's 2 kinds of dice that I've seen. There's ones with the little rounded edges, and there's ones that are completely boxed with very sharp edges. Which do you prefer?
The rounded edges.
Well, it's funny that you ask, Wes, because I have one Batman die that is squared edges or sharp edges, and then I have a Robin dice that has rounded edges, and I use them together.
Nice.
Best of both worlds.
Or the worst.
Personally, I like the rounded edges because I feel like they roll further, but at the same time, people tend to overthrow them and they just roll out of the table 9 times out of 10. And I'm like, keep it on the table, please.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the squared ones tend to just stop.
They have those little dice towers you can drop them into.
I hate
They have
those.
cups so people can slam them around the table.
Mm-hmm.
I hate those.
Yeah, that was me. I had the cup that I would always slam on the. So Yep. I've got a couple of those.
The stitching's coming out of this one, this HC Realms cup.
All right, so normally we do final thoughts, but in honor
We can do
of
both. We can still do both.
okay, well, you want to do the final thoughts first, or you want to do
let's
in
do
honor
final
of his show?
Let's do final thoughts, and then let's do the shots fired honorary F whatever you feel like effing.
All right, do you have any final thoughts, Jamie?
Stay in school, don't do drugs, and be kind to each other.
Scott?
All right. I'm glad that we had the last week off, Wes, because I was not okay in my head. I had my own little demons I was fighting, and it's okay to not be okay. It's not okay to stay that way. And I'm much better now.
Yes, sir. All right. As always, I like the phrase of we're all players on the board, so let's play together. And then in honor of shots fired, we're going to do a little sign off. We'll start with the main man himself, Jamie Jordan.
Yeah, that's right. So this week, I would like to give a big fuck you to cancer. I don't know if y'all have ever had anybody close in your life that's had cancer, but yeah.
Not here. Had taken out.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, John Ray has recently been diagnosed with cancer again, and he's working through that, but he's doing good. He's doing really good. But my mom has had breast cancer. She's a survivor. My current girlfriend is a breast cancer survivor of 8 years now. So, yeah, fuck cancer, man.
I mean, how can you go any better than fuck cancer? I mean, that's solid. I would like to say personally, fuck politics. I'm tired of this bullshit.
Thank you. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, my dad passed away from cancer in 2013. My grandfather passed away from cancer a few years ago. So, yeah, my wife watches me like a hawk. If there's anything that looks out of place, she's like, you need to go and get checked. I'm going to be true to myself, as I have said multiple times on Facebook. Fuck Donald Trump. That's just how I feel. But everybody's entitled to their own opinions.
No, you're good, brother.
Oh, and one more fuck Matt Donald.
That's right.
Fuck Matt Donald.
Love you, Matt.
Yeah, right, guys. One more. Fuck multiple sclerosis. It is a big pain in my ass. But yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for enduring our ramblings and whatnot.
Enjoyed it.
But I really do hope to see you again sometime, somewhere, somehow.
Yeah,
well, everybody, thanks for
at Mike Eskew's event. I'll probably be there this year. So
awesome.
I have never been. I keep getting invited, and that is one thing that I want to make this year is that event.
It's always epic. It's a weekend long.
My wife wants me to take my child with me, and he's going to be 13 this year. I'm like, he's still not old enough. He's still not old enough.
Yeah, no. It depends on how comfortable he is with full frontal male nudity.
There's always somebody.
Oh yeah, there's always somebody. But no, Mike Eskew, or I think it was Charles Garst that once said, he said, the only difference between the Uncanny Clixman and Team Juggernaut is how comfortable you are around penis.
Okay. Interesting.
Because Team Juggernaut didn't give a fuck. We would just, balls out. Okay, I'm just going to pull my pants down right now. Yeah.
I just thought one more thing. Since you probably aren't aware of what goes on at Red, White, and Clix, I created my own version of, I don't know if you're familiar with the YouTube channel Hot Ones, where they eat hot wings. Yeah. Well, I created Hot Clix, which is a Heroclix version of that, where you take a bite of a hot wing and you play your turn, and it gets increasingly hot. How far do you think you could get playing that?
Oh, I'd make it to the end. I love hot stuff, So yeah,
I don't know. That bomb was.
Oh, the bomb. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Oh, I could do it. I'm not saying I wouldn't be sweating and maybe crying and shaking toward the end, but I could do it.
I tapped out after 7 wings. I'm like, I'm done.
I was a little worried about Scott, But
Yeah.
Manny Kinks made it made all the way through. So congratulations to the crowning champ, Manny Kinks.
There you go.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for being here. Really appreciate you. That's all I got. Everybody out in Heroclix land, as always,
Keep on Clixing.
keep on Clixing. Have a good night.
Good night.
From the heart of Arkansas, not Arkansas. From the stress test chambers to the battle map. He never rolled a crit. He didn't mean. Jamie, the beard, Jordan.
Clix and plastic fate. He stood at the table calculating hate. Captain of Juggernaut, trash talk king, laughing while the dice would sing. Ball crown shining under neon light. Thick glass glare in the tournament night. Beard like thunderstorm contained. Ghost rider fire in his veins. Robbie Ray is burning chrome. Agents of SHIELD felt like home. Flames reflected in his stare. Hell cycle carving through the air. Plastic crown, he keeps real heroes from going down. He left the map but not the flame. Talkn, Clix, called his name. Wespool grins, missing link laughs. The beard returns through aftermath. Click, click, boom. Hear the dial ignite. The beard rides back into the fight. Arkansas steel in every room. Click, click, boom. Keep on Clixing, feel the doom. Trash talk blossoms into bloom. Juggernaut's old war room. Click, click, boom.
Celebrity dinner with Chris Hemsworth. Beautiful person, nothing forced. Says the Big Lebowski's overrated. Some opinions cannot be debated. Shots fired, sign off tradition. Rage with comedic precision. In honor of the mic and the boom, here's your weekly exorcism. Fuck cancer! Fuck politics! Fuck Donald Trump! And always fuck Matt Donham! toast to legend sealed. The beard may rest, but stories loom. Keep on Clixin'.